Dad, I talked to a friend of mine who lives in West L.A. He's going to be away for a couple of weeks on business and could use a house sitter to keep an eye on the place. I thought it was a good idea for me to head out.
Thought it'd be a good idea to get rid of your Midwest pallor and start working on your tan, right?
Yeah. By the time you arrive, I'll be raring to go on post-production on the picture, Dad. But I really need to be by myself for a while.
Brian, I got to talk to you.
Dad, look, I really have to get to the airport.
It's important. Please, sit down.
All right. What is it?
Brian, I have something to tell you. It might even get you to reconsider leaving.
I've pretty much made up my mind about it.
Trust me, Brian, things change. In fact, what I have to tell you may change your whole life.
All right. I'm listening.
Okay. Now, you know that Lila Ackerman was over here this evening. That's Eddie's attorney.
Yes, I know. Did Eddie make any request as to where he wanted to be buried?
No, there was no mention of that in any of the papers.
Well, Eddie never was very good at handling the details of his private life.
Brian, Eddie did leave a will. He named you as his heir.
Me?
He cared very much about you, Brian.
And is that what's going to change my life, Dad? Eddie had a fortune salted away, and now I'm independently wealthy?
No, Brian, he didn't leave much of an estate. No, that's not the point.
Of course not.
Brian, you just can't put a price on what Eddie left you. Well, look, it's all here in this letter. Brian, Eddie's legacy is the truth.
I don't understand this.
Well, I think he said it pretty simply.
Dad, it says here that Eddie's my real father.
Yeah.
That I'm his natural son. Oh, my God. Dad, is this true?
It's ironic, isn't it? A little over 3 years ago, I told you the same thing, that I was your natural father.
Yes, you did. I was just as shocked then.
In fact, it hit you so hard you packed another suitcase and went off and joined the Navy, didn't you?
I didn't know what else to do. I felt my entire life was shattered. You were Paige's dad. You are Paige's dad. Not mine. You were my stepfather.
Well, apparently that is true. Brian, that's a truth I never found out until I read that.
My God.
I know. It came as just as big a shock to me, believe me, maybe even more so.
Dad, I wonder if Eddie wasn't trying to tell me the truth. Before he died, he said he had something he wanted to tell me, something very important.
Well, we'll never know for sure, Brian, but I wouldn't be surprised. But the important thing surely is that he did leave the truth behind him.
Dad, do you realize we could have lived this lie for the rest of our lives?
I know.
Didn't Mom ever tell you?
Brian, 25 years ago, your mother became pregnant by a man that she didn't love. So, she decided to tell the man that she did want to marry that she was carrying his child.
You mean she wanted to make you feel as if you were obligated to her?
Oh, Nola knew what she was doing. After my marriage soured, after I got my divorce, I waited the reasonable time, and I told Nola that I would do the right thing by her and marry her.
And how in God's name could Eddie have permitted this deception?
Come on, Brian. Eddie was always crazy about your mother. He would have done anything she wanted.
Including giving up his son?
O'Brien, don't be too hard on him. That wasn't the only reason that Eddie went along with Nola's scheme.
No. No, the letter says that Eddie thought you would make a better father. And Dad, he was right about that.
I don't know, Brian.
No.
Sometimes I wonder.
Dad, kids don't make all those fine distinctions, father, stepfather. To me, you were always just Dad. And nothing will ever change that, Dad. This letter certainly hasn't changed it.
Brian, I never made those distinctions either. And believe me, that letter doesn't change anything for me. Certainly between us.
But Mom knew the truth. She knew the truth for 25 years, and she never said a word.
Come on, Brian, I'm sure you know why. Look, you can't tell a lie like that. You can't live it for all those years and just drop it. It becomes too important. Don't you see that? It becomes the foundation for everything.
Dad, she knew what she was doing to me. She was keeping Paige and me apart with this damn lie of hers, and she didn't even care.
Brian, she cared. She cared very much. She just couldn't help herself. Don't you see that?
All right, Dad, does Paige know any of this yet?
No, she doesn't.
Lillian. Lillian, where's Paige?
She said she was going to the movies. She should be back in about an hour.
Damn the movies. I don't know if I can wait that long.
Come on, Brian. You've waited this long. You can wait another hour. I'm sure Paige will be back home soon. Look, I want you to be the one to tell her, okay? So I think I'll just slip out for a little while. If anybody wants to know where I am, I'll be back soon.
It was your collar. Now, you're the one that dug up the facts that pinned this girl's murder on it.
Yeah, and then I let the guy take my gun away from me. I could just see what the chief was thinking. I just didn't have my mind on my job, and that's why the whole damn thing was my fault.
And what's this I hear about? When Mallory came into the interrogating room, you told him the guy had your gun.
Yeah, I did.
Don't you think that was a little risky? I mean, he was pointing the gun right in your face. I mean, he could have squeezed the trigger.
Well, somehow I thought that the chief would react the way he did. It was good.
Terrific. You know what you did? You let the chief become a big hero.
Well?
Well, don't you think his head is big enough as is?
Oh, Steve, I don't think that's fair. I really don't. He doesn't go around bragging about what a great cop he is.
No, that's right. But he never misses an opportunity to let us know when we've messed up.
Well, I'm just glad he was able to handle himself. Hey, you might be talking to a corpse right now.
Oh, come on. You don't think Stokes would have gotten out of this building alive, do you?
Look, all I cared about was getting out of that situation. That is what Chief Mallory did for me.
Terrific. Well, maybe I'm just a little bit jealous. Look, the next time you get in hot water, I wish you'd wait until I'm around, okay?
You like bubble baths?
Yeah. Look, I'm just happy everything came out okay. I just want you to be a little more careful, Chickie.
Yes, sir. Did you get that?
Detective Saxon's office, the butler speaking.
What was that?
Who's this?
This is Chief Mallory. Who is this?
The name is Jives, sir. Jives with a capital J. You're on your own.
Hello.
Hello, this is the Chief. I want you to tell Guthrie that I think he does a lousy British accent.
He thinks you do a lousy British accent. If you're calling about the Stokes case, I've got the report finished.
How did you find the time with all your partying?
Well, Steve was here to go over the Turner investigation with me.
Well, the Turner case has been on the fire long enough. It can sit. I hate to disturb you, Detective, but I would like to see you in my office right away.
Afraid this file's nothing more than interesting reading.
There isn't anything there you can use to push for an indictment?
Mr. Hayes refuses to sign a complaint against his son. My hands are tied.
But it's obvious from Dr. Kavanaugh's report that that wound was not self-inflicted.
Yeah, I'd say judging by young Benny's record here, he was trying to rip off his old man's store, and when his father kicked up a fuss, he shot him.
Who'd want to protect a kid like that?
Well, maybe he feels guilty for producing such a rotten child.
He's probably more afraid of what the kid would do to him if he did tell the truth.
Yeah, whatever. As long as he sticks to this fairy tale about shooting himself while he was cleaning the gun, there is nothing we can do.
I don't care what his reasons are for keeping his mouth shut. I think Benny Hayes belongs behind bars.
Well, he'll be taking a little trip up the river. Don't you worry about that. That bust that Detective Saxon made for possession was a good one. And when the case comes to trial, I am pushing for the maximum penalty.
I hope you can get a couple of years out of that one.
We aim to please.
I still think we ought to try to make him testify. Now, he might have been killed. What's going to happen the next time Benny Hayes decides to stick his hand in the cash register?
Well, don't you think I pointed that out to Mr. Hayes? But we're beating a dead horse there. The man is not going to change his story.
The old man's a first-class fool.
This case, this thing makes me feel so old. When I was growing up, it was just unthinkable not to respect your folks.
Sometimes I think I learned my first lessons about law and order over my dad's knee.
Tough old man, huh?
Not tough, strict. I can't think of a time when I didn't really get what I deserved. The punishment always seemed to fit.
You were lucky.
How did we get under that? Come in.
Got here as soon as I could, Chief.
I assume you know Mr. Swift?
Yeah, hi, let me go get
Deborah,
up.
how are you?
Before we get down to business, I would like to thank you for what you did this evening, Chief. If it hadn't been for you, if you hadn't acted so quickly, I don't know where I'd be.
Well, what could I do? One of my officers in trouble. Besides, I wouldn't like it to get around that one of my detectives was taken advantage of right here in headquarters, with their own gun, no less. That's not the kind of image I want this department to project.
I'll be more careful in the future. You can count on it.
Well, I'm going to.
I assume that since Logan's here, you want to go over the Benny Hayes case?
No, we finished talking about that.
That was a good caller you made, Deborah. In case you didn't know it, Chief, Officer Saxon is one of the best officers you have on your force.
No, really? Could have fooled me. In fact, that's what I want to talk to you about, Detective.
Well, since you and I have finished talking about our business, I guess I'll be leaving. If you'll excuse me.
Sure.
Thank you.
Look, I already apologized to you about that mistake.
A mistake that might have gotten you and possibly other people around here killed or injured. Now, I know you've told me you've been having problems lately.
Yes, I have been having problems lately. I'm taking care of them. They're...
On my time, you won't.
What does that mean?
That means your record for the past few weeks has been absolutely rotten. Lateness when you do show up. Your arrests are way down.
All right, I'm going to take care and make sure that I don't do it anymore.
No, that Stokes case was the last straw. Now, I don't know what your problems have been, but in your frame of mind, I feel that you are a danger to yourself as well as your fellow officers. I cannot accept that.
Well, what do you want me to do?
You're going to take a little time off.
Well, Chief, I would really rather not do that.
I'm not asking you, Detective. I'm telling you. You are suspended for 2 weeks.
What?
I expect to see you back at your desk after that time, prepared to do the job that you keep telling me that you're capable of doing. That will be all, Detective. That will be all. Thank you.
Yes, sir.
By the time you read this, I won't be around. But I want to be a fond memory for you, Brian, and for Owen, too. So, please, kid, don't hate me for what I did or for my wanting the truth to come out now. I just want you to remember me as family. Goodbye, son. Your loving father, Eddie.
Brian?
Where you been?
Oh, I just took a ride. Stopped along the roadside to look at the stars and then came home. What's the suitcase for?
Oh, I was planning on leaving for L.A. tonight.
Without saying goodbye? Maybe you're right. I don't know if I can look at you and say goodbye without crying.
Paige, no. I've changed my mind. I'm not going.
Why? I thought you wanted to try to be a director. LA's the place to go.
No. You know that wasn't the real reason.
Well, I can't say I'm sorry you changed your mind, but you were the one that decided it was best to put distance between us.
Yes. I thought it was a good idea that we didn't see each other anymore. That it might make it easier for both of us.
Well, do you feel differently now?
Paige, I never want to be apart from you again as long as I live. I love you.
Brian, I never thought I'd hear those words again, especially not now.
Well, you better get used to hearing them.
Have you decided that you're not going to pay attention to the fact that we're brother and sister?
Paige, we don't have to pay attention to it anymore. It's not the truth.
Brian, what are you saying?
This was all a lie, a deception. 25 years ago, my mother lied to your father.
I don't understand you.
All right, when Nola told Owen that she was pregnant, she was carrying Eddie Vaughn's child. Paige, Eddie Vaughn was my father.
What?
Nola wanted to make Owen feel that he had some kind of obligation to her, so that if their marriages broke up, Owen would do the right thing and marry my mother.
Who told you this?
Eddie did.
Eddie told.
Paige, I just learned myself less than an hour ago. Eddie's lawyer was by, and she dropped off his will and this letter. The truth is all right there.
I don't know how else to say it, Brian, except straight and simple. I'm your father. Your real father. Oh, God. You're not my brother.
And you're not my sister, Paige, but you are the woman that I love.
Mr. Bailey?
How you doing, Detective?
What are you doing here?
I dropped a quarter. I was looking for it.
Yeah? Well, how'd you get in here?
Helen Gramble for me, and I just delivered some flowers to her.
Oh, I see. Delivering flowers with a couple of ounces of grass around the stems, huh?
What are you hassling me for?
Look, I know you've been doing business here, Benny.
Look, I keep trying to tell you, cop. I deliver flowers for a living.
And you deal dope for fun, is that it? Empty your pockets. Empty your pockets!
You got a search warrant?
I don't need a search warrant. I'm interrogating a trespasser.
Yeah, what if I say no?
Why would you, unless you've got something to hide?
Well, I just like my privacy, you mind?
I'm telling you, you can empty your pockets here or at headquarters. I don't care where you do it. Come on. The other one. What's that?
Aspirin. I get pains from nuisances like you.
Aspirin my foot. Pick it up. Pick it up! Oh! Oh, God! Damn!
Oh, my God.
Oh!
You all right?
Yes, I'm
Look, are you hurt? Do you want me to call a doctor?
No.
Look, the police. Shall I call
I am the police!
Oh, come on.
No!
Deborah, come on. Just relax. Just relax. That's it. Come on. Just sit down and tell me what
He
happened.
was right. He was absolutely right.
About what?
Telling me that I couldn't do my damn job, so he suspended me.
You're kidding me.
It's for 2 weeks. He said he's going to give me that much time to shape up.
Oh, Deborah, I think you're a terrific police officer.
Obviously, he doesn't think so. He told me. What?
What?
I think he thinks that women aren't capable of doing their jobs.
Oh,
Owen,
what?
do you realize that this is the second time tonight that somebody has had to come to my rescue?
Oh, come on, Deborah, maybe the chief is right, you know? Maybe a forced vacation will do you some good.
Oh, the way I feel right now, I don't even feel like thinking about police work.
I know. Well, look, any ideas how you plan to spend that time?
I really haven't had time to think about it.
Are you open to suggestions?
Sure, why not?
Well, I think it's a good idea if you get away from your professional problems and out of the cold weather.
Yeah.
So I thought it would be a good idea if you went somewhere where it was nice and warm, huh? Somewhere where you could just hang out on a beach, you know, under the sheltering palms. What do you think?
Take a trip, huh?
Yeah.
Maybe to the Caribbean.
Well, I hear that the weather's real nice out in California at this time of year.
Owen.
Oh, come on, Deborah. It'd be incredible. You and I out in Los Angeles for a couple of weeks.
Do you know what you're saying? You are going to be out in California with Nola. It's been hard enough sneaking around behind her back here. I don't even know Los Angeles.
Deborah, I guess I never told you. Listen, Nola and I are through. Believe me, I have very good reasons for feeling the way I do. Yeah, my marriage is over. And oh, Deborah, I want you to come with me. What do you say?